Good evening, race fans. Good evening, world. It's Marky B here, aka the Scruffy Toff, welcoming you along to Generation X Racing once again. And tonight, for your automotive racing delectation, we have our Group 3 100-mile challenge, season 14, round 6. So it's car change after this one. But tonight we are at the Red Bull Ring in Speilberg, Austria. So a home race for our driver Nicky. And tonight we have 38 laps, which takes us to a distance of 101.84 miles. There isn't a minimum stint and there isn't a pit window because the weather setting is RO4. So might rain, might not, might rain a lot, might rain a little bit, might not rain at all. So it should be interesting. All of the racing compounds are available. There are no mandatory tyres, so everyone can chop and change whenever they like. It's the afternoon. And the time dilation is ×1. And racing for you this evening, we have Nicky in, as I say, at his home race in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. Ginger Ninja, who sat in the pits in the McLaren. Kobayashi Maru sat in the pits in the McLaren. Dan East sat in the pits. Oh, it started raining. I see. Everyone's just thought I'm not going to do any better than that. So down east in the M6, we have Viney, who was throwing down in practice, doing some beautiful laps when it was pretty wet in the Alpha 4C. Good evening, Viney. Scarlett in the Lexus. Good evening, Pascal. We have Cassini in the Genesis X. We have Sherlock in the Mercedes AMG. We have the guy who seems to change his name every bloody week. It's Murdoch, the artist formerly known as Proximity, and prior to that, Canyon Drifter. He's in the Ford GT LM race car. We have Orca in... I didn't even see what that was. Oh, he's in the Viper, isn't he? Yep. Okay, good stuff. Bigoli in the Genesis X. We have Devlin in the Mercedes AMG. Viva España, back for another throwdown in our Group 3 Championship. Welcome aboard again, my friend, in the Ferrari 458. Ian, Sammy, I'm trying to think what to call him now. Okay, Sammy, let's go with Sammy now. But it's Ian in the Porsche. And we seem to have lost someone because there were 15 in. You might be able to get in, Splat, but... Okay, and just welcoming my co-commentator for this evening, everybody's favourite person from the Isle of Sheppey. Yes, it's Splatter. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Sugar Tits. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I don't like Gavin and Stacey, so please don't use those sort of phrases.
I was told earlier I need to be a bit more nicer, so I was just trying to be, considerate to my fellow commentator.
Who told you that? It wasn't me.
Oh, just some wanker. No, it's fine.
No. Well, might have been me then. Okay. So we've got Nicky coming out on the softs. What?
It's a bit brave.
Okay. Crazy. I think. Bless Nicky. He's giving up smoking at the moment, so it's probably having the odd wobble or two.
You know that phrase in you know that phrase in Ghostbusters where they like don't cross the streams. I think you could paraphrase this with "don't touch the curbs."
Or don't put on.
There we go.
Or don't put on softs when you're driving a highly powerful
or just don't put on
rear-wheel drive
softs.
car.
Yeah.
When it's wet. Yeah, that's. I don't think that's going to work out too well for him. So, hang on, where's Viney? So Viney's 5th. Viney was, as I said earlier, Rob. Viney was throwing down in practice. It was kind of like this, or maybe a bit wetter, and he was 0.35 ahead of Dan. Which is the first time I've seen that in quite some time. So it would be really interesting, Mother Nature, if you're listening, if you could rain quite a bit, let it dry out and then rain again, because it would just be really interesting to see how that all pans out. No offence, Dan.
But the radar was on a while ago, depending on who we were on, so it looked like it was going to be raining for a while at least, with various showers. So it's a question of just how dry is this track going to get, and when's people going to get the window for a good quality lap in.
So you reckon someone had the track map was on, because it's so random with this. The guys have their track. Hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a flick through. Sorry, viewer. We're just having a Racing Fox. Good evening, sir.
It's the fantastic Mr. Fox.
It is the fantastic Mr. Fox. Okay, so no takers so far. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Who's that? Viva España. Excellent work. Okay. Oh, it does look quite wet, doesn't it? Because what colour's the yellowish stuff, Rob?
I know it's not really a sort of fair for you, is it? No.
No. I vaguely know what it means, but I can't convey it to our viewers.
Okay, so for the colorized challenged, or I'm not sure what the phrase is. Yes, we have some yellow weather on the right-hand side of the radar, but it's not coming in this direction at the moment. It's looking fairly static, and with just some dark blue. So heavy showery rain forecast.
Okay, lovely stuff.
It doesn't look like it's going to be getting dry anytime soon, that's for sure. And looking at our moisture meter, which sounds a bit dirty.
Dampometer.
The dampometer.
Slightly less dirty. Only slightly.
It's touching the upper band, which means full wet territory.
Okay.
Unless you want to be skating around all over the place.
Yeah, so just to explain, if you haven't played GT7 before, next to the bottom left where the time is ticking over, there's a sort of a gauge which is separated into three with sort of a tyre-ish thing next to it. And anything below the bottom line is slicks. Anything in between the bottom line and the middle line is inters, and then above that you should be on wets. That's generally general rule of thumb. But okay, so I think quali is fairly over because everyone did their fastest laps when it wasn't raining. So if anyone beats the 131.9 that Nicky has put down now, then we shall hail them as Satan and put them put them atop a pedestal, as we rightly should. Big up the coursers. Thank you, Justin.
Oh, a beautiful slide from Ginger, and customary cutting the grass.
Yes, so I'll be talking about a special event we've got going on later. So if you're an ACC driver, this will be of particular interest to you, and I will mention it when we as we get through the race. Okay, yeah, Nick. Racing Fox, you're going to be racing in the Group 4. Right, so what you need to make sure, Racing Fox, is that you check in bloody early, because we're getting full lobbies all the time. And we're reaching that sticky point where we might need to run 2 lobbies, which would be kind of great. But if we got 30 racing each week, that'd be brilliant, because Splatter could have his own stream there, which I know is his dream.
Oh, I can assure you, it definitely is not. Anytime you go out of the room for a piss, I'm left like, I don't know what to say or do. Can't do this solo.
Oh, tish tosh, nonsense.
I'm a wingman. I'm not a main, fighter pilot like you. You're Maverick. I'm Goose or whatever it was. I can't remember.
Yes, Goose. Correct. Okay. So, okay. Okay, he's such a shrinking violet. I bet he's not like this. I've never met him, but I bet he's one of the most outgoing guys you've ever met in your life. But anyway, I just sit
honestly
here
not.
I pretend I'm talking to no one. That's the key. So we're up to exciting news. We're back up to 148 subscribers. Come on, people!
Woo.
We've got 2 more to 150. Please, if you're listening tonight, do give us a like and subscribe. Because it does mean the world to us, even though the numbers are vaguely pathetic. But it does make a difference that we're just not sat here talking to ourselves and racing Fox every week, which is, isn't a bad thing, of course. we love.
Is this where you like to announce to the viewing public that if you get to 150, you'll do some special, I don't know, comms in your underpants or something type event?
Right. No. 150 is not enough. 250. Then I will. Well, firstly, I'll do a comms on screen. I'll have to rig it up somehow in my scruffy toff garb.
I like it.
500. I'll do it in my scruffy toff hat and headphones and wearing nothing else. There you go. You heard it here first.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any incentive not to subscribe, I think we've just heard.
I think that's probably a bad thing. Oh no, we're down to 141 already. Okay, so yeah, I think
and there's the flag.
Quali was done about 10 minutes ago when it started raining.
So Kobayashi Maru up in third,
throwing down.
Get in. So this is going to be interesting because he is obviously, as we know, epic for the fast starts, and he's got Dan behind him. All that could be interesting.
The thing is, how do you know what the track's like when you start? Do you assume
certainly when it's
the same?
Yeah.
I think it's the same as it was in quali. I don't know.
I think it does. I think it reverts to basically the same as the start of quali. So it's
going to be dry then.
Was dryish, and it should get it'll be back to that rain that we've had, if memory serves. That is the way it normally goes.
Okay.
So whatever strategy you had for quali, in theory, should be okay for the start of the race at least.
Okay. Good stuff. Well, we will soon find out.
Of course, knowing me, I'm probably completely wrong.
Well, there is that. But let's go with it for now. So, our starting lineup for Generation X Racing, our Group 3 100-mile challenge, Season 14, Round 6. On pole, it's homeboy Nicky Rint in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. I bet he wishes he was driving a Mercedes. A 131.9, half a second ahead of second place Ginger Ninja. The McLaren's throwing down in quali this evening. In the McLaren 650S at 132.4. Well done, Simon. In third, it's Kobayashi Maru in the McLaren at 132.9. Well done, Justin. In fourth, and I can't remember ever saying this before, it's Dan East in the BMW M6 at 132.9. In fifth, it's Viney in the Alpha 4C at 133.0. In sixth, it's Gale in the Lexus RCF at 133.4. In seventh, it's Cassini in the Genesis X at 133.5. In eighth, it's Shearluck in Mercedes AMG at 133.8. In ninth, it's the artist formerly known as Proximity and Canyon Drifter. It's Murdoch. Quit your jibber jabber in the Ford GT LM race spec. 134.0. In 10th, it's Orca in the Dodge Viper at 134.1. In 11th, Bigoli in the Genesis X at 134.3. In 12th, Devlin in the Mercedes AMG at 134.6. In 13th, it's Viva España in the Ferrari 458 at 134.7. In 14th, it's Sammy Ian in the Porsche 911 at 136.5. And in 15th, Nicky Honda in the Nissan GTR at 134.4. Well done all. 11 watching. Good grief. Good evening all. I just imagine that's all our drivers. But who knows? And Racing Fox.
And your mum.
No, as I said, I gave up with her.
Oh. What's happened?
Didn't get it. But, oh, hang on. Something has happened, which is, oh lordy, a manual reset of a full lobby. Lovely. I don't envy him that at all.
No.
And there does seem to be a little bit of rain. Or is that just mist, do you think?
Can you go across to the weather radar on the left and see what it's is predicting? So it was dry.
Tell me about this. Is this So current time.
This is showing you
is now.
This is showing you 60 minutes. It's showing you 60 minutes prior to this point. No, prior to this point. It doesn't show you. It doesn't predict the future. It's showing you what you've had, and now it's up to. If you watch it scroll through to current time, it should show. I think it's dry, with that band of rain on the way that's appeared during quali.
It's not letting me scroll anywhere. It does its own thing. Okay, right. Okay. So rain is coming though. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I know. I hate driving when it's wet in GT7 because it's more like driving on ice than driving on wet tarmac. But
they have improved the physics, I have to say.
Okay.
It is. I think it's better now in the wet.
7 likes already. We haven't even started the race. That's got to be a record. Fantastic. 149 subscribers. We're 118. Come on, people. I hate to raise my voice by a few octaves, but this is actually very exciting for me and for us.
Can I assume that person has subscribed after you made that comment that you're going to do your slightly buff naked scruffy toff garb stream? So there is at least one person in this world who's very keen on seeing that.
Well, for my age, I'm quite a fit guy. Maybe
if you do say so yourself, yeah.
Well, no, I just, I do tend to. I drink too much, but I do look after myself. Boot camp twice a week in the gym. So, yes, ladies, especially you older ladies, if you're out there, subscribe now.
Oh dear. Sorry, I just had so many sort of images and scenarios running through my head, none of which are going to be broadcastable.
Well, we have put not for kids on there, mate. So if there are kids watching, it's their parents' fault, not ours.
Oh God. Right. So how are we doing with the grid?
Okay. Well, it's still chocking along.
About ready? So what's your predictions then?
I can't predict anything when it's it's one of the best. It's one of the best value settings we've ever had. Okay, 7 seconds, but it's the only time I think one of the only times I've seen Dan lose. When it's so changeable.
He'll be relishing this. He'll be loving the challenge of it.
I'm sure he shall. Okay, here we go. Everyone seems to be starting on inters.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and
they're away. The Macca's off. Look at that! Look at Ginger Ninja go. Kobayashi Maru is coming up as well. Good grief. Okay, so
he's made it.
Ginger Ninja. Was that a little tap from Nicky? Yeah, Nicky. Is he pulling over? No. Okay.
No.
Not sure. I mean, can you blame people?
I think in this scenario, yeah,
I think it's going to be a tough one to call, isn't it? So we got Nicky, in first. We have Ginger Ninja in second on inters. Kobayashi Maru has started on softs.
Racing softs.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad shout. That I raced a few laps when it was like that on softs, and they weren't bad. And the track dries out so bloody quickly. People that need to come in for. He's going to be flying past the guys on inters if he can keep ahead of everyone else. So great shout, Kobayashi Maru. Murdoch on the inters.
The moisture meter is just above that first quarter mark, which
it's kind of in the crossover period.
But
that's a bold call, and of course the Veyron is 4-wheel drive. Don't forget. So we got down in 7th. Sheerluck in 8th. Walker started on softs as well. Begoli.
And we got someone's got the radar on. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, super.
Yes,
that's
we do have.
Fabulous.
We
Begoli,
do have.
Don't touch anything. Scarlett throwing up the inside there. Beautiful stuff. There's racing.
So the weather is slow moving. Yeah, the weather is slow moving, but there is some rain on the horizon. So I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a question of There might be, how many laps was it on quali before they had to switch to inters?
It was about 4 or 5.
About 7 or 8? 4 or 5?
It was much at all.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone threw in a lap. The lap wasn't great, but they were all in, and then people were sat in the pits because it's like, what's the point?
So those on softs really need to make hay whilst not the sun shines, but whilst the
the sun doesn't shine. Yes, and Racing Fox has just made that particular point, and got Kobayashi Maru in third, who is absolutely sorry, he's not in the Veyron, is he? He's in the McLaren. This is absolutely amazing that he's still in touch. He's going to be. I predict he's going to be leading the race at some point very soon. Dan's on the inters.
This track is out to fourth.
This track is drying out like crazy. So the inter runners,
those inters are already starting to.
Hang on, where's Bagoli? Oh no, he's changed. Damn you!
Right, no, you're on Scarlet.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there's Bagoli. Sorry, Bagoli. No, you didn't at all. There's a little bit of rain coming, but not that much. Kobayashi Maru has pulled an absolute blind here.
It's just a question of how long that rain holds off. The longer it goes on, the better it's going to be. Because you're gambling those people on the inters. They're going to be knackering their inters, in which case they'll have to pit and change them anyway. Or the track will start becoming wet and they'll come good.
Kobayashi Maru's just thrown it up past Simon. His McLaren teammate. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Is this gonna? I don't think Kobayashi Maru has won a Group 3 race before. I know I certainly haven't. But oh my God, this would be an absolute turn up. What an absolute wonder it would be. Oh, the windscreen wipers are on.
Yeah, but it's only that really, really fine level of rain. It's like the first, that sort of dirty British mist. Yes, it just kind of clings to you and doesn't actually do anything. It's just sitting there. So again,
not getting any wetter. So
no, the moisture meter is still relatively okay, as long as you're not getting too much on the curbs.
Did beautifully there, but completely skirted the curbs. Coming through, I downloaded a track map and everything. Wurth.
Are you right there?
Wurth.
Do you need a bucket?
No. I'm just coming into Rinse,
outside to the left, mate. You know?
Which is obviously named after Nicky, and then Red Bull Mobile is the final lap. Coming down to Nicky Lauda curve now.
Is he going to throw out the inside?
Okay.
No, he's to back out. But he should have another go at the top of the hill. Well, you're right. At the moment, this is absolutely playing brilliantly in for Justin.
Because the inters are going to be rubbish when it's dry.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The guys they're going to have to be running wide.
They're
going to have to be running wide into the wet stuff or the wetter stuff.
The moist bits, yeah.
Off the moist bits.
Sorry, I'm saying moist too much.
Well, it's one of those words I quite enjoy, but a lot of people repulse in horror whenever you say it. I have no idea why.
Yeah, it's similar to gash. Everyone's a bit funny about gash. Moist gash.
How are the inters doing? Let's have a look. They're wearing.
See, exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, they're going. They're going. Racing Fox.
Going. Gone.
Nicky's doing really well, but look, as you see, he's hang on. Ginger Ninja's back up into second. It's getting a little bit wetter. So okay, so this might change things slightly.
And this is what you said: 5 laps was all that they got. And yep, Justin's going to be struggling, I think, a little bit now.
Oh, bad luck.
So now the enters are going to come good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, how quickly the tables doth turn.
Hang on, where's Bagoli? There he is. Oh God, God, look at that coming. That looks like quite a lot of rain. Oh, bad luck. I think Kobayashi Maru. That was.
Yeah, this is what the Inter players were waiting for and hoping for. I think was that
Well, they were going off the edge of the cliff, weren't they? They were wearing so quickly. Well, they still have, but they'll stop wearing now. The rain is back. So okay, so we've got Icky in first, Engineering in second. Dan is up to third. I think Kobayashi Maru might be good for the additional point for the fastest lap of the race, though.
Good shout.
If that's any consolation to him at all. This is the thing with GT7 when you're on slicks. You cannot drive when it's wet.
No.
But
I mean, this still may not be a necessarily a bad thing because those Inters are already fairly worn. I don't think they're going to be obviously worn too much more when it really does start throwing down. But it could play into the race later on in the race. It could.
Oh, I hope so because that was ballsy, frankly.
Yeah.
I wonder how Orca's doing actually. Is he? Okay, yeah, Stone Cold last. So
yeah,
I can't imagine what that bike was like to drive.
Christ.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's like to drive.
I think doesn't it?
Just into the bit sunshine.
Traction control infinity, I think, is required.
Yeah, 5 or 6, whatever the maximum is. Get it on.
Yeah. Good publicity for his sponsor again, though, as he said last week.
Indeed. Dunkin' Donuts. Oh Christ, he's just gone off there. Viva España goes flying through. Someone. That Scale stacked it.
Scale. And Orca's gone again. Oh
no! You see, this is the thing. You just can't get it round.
It's one of the. I think it is a bit of a drawback is the fact that it changes so quickly that it's not realistic. It wouldn't be like this. Well, at least I assume it wouldn't in real life.
Yeah,
you're literally going from one lap to the next. It's gone from drivable to impossible in the space of a lap.
Yeah, it's when you can't even, accelerate without your back end you're just spinning around like a top. It's quite ridiculous. Or Kylie Minogue, if you prefer that, which I do. Okay, so Dan is up into third.
Kylie.
Didn't Frank Skinner pay £50,000 for the gold shorts she wore in the spinning around video?
I have no idea.
I seem to remember that from somewhere. I think
sounds legit. I mean,
he got a bargain there.
It depends if she'd washed them first, I suppose.
Well, you'd hope not, wouldn't you? Really?
Well, I don't know.
Getting a bit pervy now.
I love Kylie and all that, but I don't particularly relish her crusty shorts.
Not even for a sniff. Anyway, moving on. Viney.
Yes.
Well, so this is where this is the sort of conditions where Viney was absolutely flying earlier. As I said, he was first, Dan was second, and there was like 0.35 between them. So maybe this is where the Alpha comes into its own. I've never driven the Alpha in the damp, wet, moist, whatever you want to call it, but this is where he was absolutely throwing down. So. Let's see. Let's keep our peepers on Viney. We've got Sheila coming to fifth, starting a little bit back with Cassini right up his chuff, coming down to fourth.
Petition to have one of the corners that you can't name renamed to Kylie's Knickers.
Right. Well, let's pick a boring one then. Okay, so the last corner is called Red Bull Mobile, apparently. What a shit name that is. So that is now, the guys will be flying in and braking hard into Kylie's Knickers.
Love it.
Good stuff. In fact, let's see if anyone's... No. Where are they now? Miles away. Kobayashi Maru, who's still on his softs, praying for the sun to come out.
It's not going to change.
Hang on, where's the goalie?
Let's go back to the radar.
We're 8th, maybe? Oh, what a shout. Yeah,
oh,
okay.
Having said that, it will end in a couple of laps, it looks like.
How
but it will take still a couple of laps to dry.
But how long is it going to take to... Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Pagodi, for that. I think that's another little foible of the game that we can actually see that, because I imagine everyone's got their bloody weather radars on. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Nicky's now 3.9, and he's just lapped Scala. He's lapped. Now I have to say, I think driving in the wet, the controller players are at something of an advantage, just because you can reduce you can react.
You
to
can
snap
control the
oversteer,
spin. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot quicker. So, not saying that's why you're leading, Nicky. Just putting it out there for our viewer.
No, but he's got pedigree here. It's his home circuit, his favourite circuit.
Yeah, totally agree. And but just saying that it's easier, as I imagine. I don't think I've ever driven in the rain on a controller, to be fair, but I assume it's easier. But,
definitely. And he has one here when it's been raining before, as well as it being dry.
Good evening, Arnes.
Oh, Arnes.
Right, okay, so let's get a bit further down the field. We've got Ginger Ninja in second. Hang on, Dan's in 6th. What's happened there? Okay, something's happened to Dan. Ginger Ninja in second. We've got Viney up. I told you he was throwing down. This is his
slicked
time.
Back Sonic the Hedgehog here.
Yes, it
gives him extra speed boost.
Beautiful stuff from Viney. Cassini up into 4th. Christ, wasn't he down in like 8th or something a minute ago?
Again, Duracell power.
Duracell Bunny, indeed.
With those batteries in the wet, not a good mix.
Sheerluck in 5th. Dan now in 6th. But you see how much of the inters he lost during the dry spell at the beginning. Which means less tread, which means less grip. So, and as it appears to be drying out again, this is nearly slick territory again. So the guys on inters are going to have to seriously think about coming in. Kobayashi Miru is going to say, "Thank Christ for that." He's taken nothing off his tyres for about the last 7 or 8 laps because he's barely been touching the track.
Well, we said, didn't it? We would take at least a couple laps to dry, but it's been quicker than that.
Yeah,
it's so quick.
Darlo Boy in 10th. I didn't even introduce Darlo Boy. Sorry, Dandy. I don't think I introduced
do you think he must have joined the lobby late? Was that the reason for the manual reset?
Yeah. Maybe me. No, I think no, he hasn't. Arnes, he's. I think something happened. He must have gone off or something because he was in 3rd, and the next time we look at him, he was in 6th. So something has happened. Murdoch is.
I'm assuming the weather gave him some sort of glitch. He had to turn himself off and on again. So he just had to reboot.
Yeah, well, Murdoch has stopped by the look of it and put fresh inters on, which we'll see how that goes.
So that's the artist formerly known as Canyon Drifter.
Formerly known as
Proximity.
Yes, he changed it again this week. It's doing my head in. I'm gonna pick some random.
Just call him
name.
Jeff.
Call him
Just
Trigger.
call him Jeff from now on.
Call him Trigger. Okay, Bayashi. Look, his softs are not worn at all. He's probably going to get about 7 or 8 laps at full tilt. I don't know. Yeah,
how far back is he? So
he's a minute and 25. So he's a minute 25. So unfortunately, I think not enough. But what a bold call that was.
Yeah.
Off the line, beautiful. Scarly, similarly. Yeah, totally agree, A-Log. Totally agree. And Orca, in the Viper. Has he stopped? He must have done. Oh, good grief! It's so difficult to work out what strategy to go for. Mad. Okay, but Nicky's doing very well. He's 10 seconds ahead. It's a very dry track now. It's slick territory. Although his windscreen wiper is back on. Hang on, where's Bigoli? Nope.
So Dan's switched to softs.
6. Okay, no, it's bone dry. Okay.
But it'll still be slippery on the curbs. Yeah, it goes back up to almost full wet territory on the curbs. It's going to be so tricky.
Well, you just need to move. You just need to stay on the dry line and don't go on the curbs. And you know you're going to be.
You make it sound like it's easy.
Well, you know, but that's what you have to focus on.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But I mean, let's face it. It's you've got to concentrate so much because you're so used to like hitting your brake markers as you would do all the time. It's dry, and the same with the curbs. Maximise the width of the track. It's so easy just to forget that. And just
Viney's in.
Spinning off. Viney's in.
What's Cassini doing? He is staying out. He's just gone through Kylie Minogue's knickers.
Kylie's knickers.
And it was mildly damp.
That's my line, surely. That's all I bring to this conversation. Don't take it away from me.
Okay, so Sherlock doing better on fuel than Cassini. They're both on knackered inters. I'm not sure you'll want to stay out, to be fair. Given, see, you can see the dampometer shoot up as soon as the tyre went on the curb.
Yeah. I mean, Darlow Boy was doing it earlier. He was moving onto the wet line just to sort of preserve those tyres, which is always a good strategy.
Indeed. We've got Sammy up into 4th.
That Porsche's always been pretty good in the wet.
Yep. Indeed. And Bugatti, the man with the weather radar. Thank you, Christian. Who is doing nicely. What's they got? 26 laps after this one. But yeah, what's the weather going to do? You might as well come in and try and get some fast laps on softs. I would have thought, given that we're on the most spread out weather radar and there's nothing coming. So, and what's the fastest lap? 132.5, and Bugatti's currently do 136.4s. So even if you get 5 or 6 laps, that's going to be
look at that straight.
Seconds.
Look at the home straight. The home straight. Oh no, sorry, no correction. He did go on the wet line.
On the wet line there.
Yep.
Okay. Devlin in 5th. He needs to stop for fuel. Darley Boy in 6th. He's doing nicely on fuel, but tyres not so much. Good evening,
Andy.
I
don't know how bad the inters actually go off once they start to really go off in terms of drivability.
The whole point about inters is they've got a little bit of tread on, aren't they? So if it gets worn and worn and worn, there's less and less tread. So I guess there's more and more grip on the dry though. Surely once you've rubbed all the grip off, they just become slicks.
Yeah.
That would be my ultimately naive way of looking at it, but I don't think it works that way. But
this is PD we're talking about. Would they have done things sensible like that? I don't know.
No, of course not. So Ginger Ninja, who has stopped and is now on the softs, is in 7th. So Nicky is in. Okay. So Ginger Ninja is kind of leading because I think he's the guy. Is he the only guy who stopped? Yeah, Sammy certainly hasn't. No, it's Bigodi. Devlin, no. Darley Boy, no. Okay, so Dan is leading, essentially. If he gets round this corner and through Kylie Minogue's knickers.
Can we see how Nicky comes out of the pits? Because classic mistake is to put the hammer down straight out of the pit exit and get caught out on the slippery stuff.
He's done well. Has Dan got a launch? Has Dan got a launch?
Oh,
that time is dropping all the time. The Delta, but he's going to have to go onto the. He's going to have to venture into the damp patch to go past, or is he? No, he's not.
He's held it nicely done.
But good grief! I imagine his traction control was whacked up just before he went into that corner.
Yeah.
And typical fashion,
he's now got himself the fastest lap.
Damn you.
No, fair play. Let's give credit where credit's due.
You're not the one who has to pluck and paint the gonads, mate.
I will remind you, that was entirely your choice. Oh,
Nicky's off! Yes, but I had no idea at that point he was going to win them all. I thought someone's bound to beat him.
You could have just kept quiet. You could have said nothing at all. You put the idea out there. You laid it on the line. You paid the penalty of having to spend your Friday evening delicately painting some plastic
rubber.
That makes it so much better. Yes.
It's when my daughter asked me what I was doing, and I just said, "I'm painting some rubber balls gold, darling. What does it look like?" There goes my Dad of the Year mug.
Yes. Yeah.
So Sammy's
I'd love to see what her reaction was after that.
She just looked a bit confused and went off to think about life. She's probably 13 at the time or something like that. So she's fine. She hasn't killed anyone yet, as far as I know. Anyway, so. Okay.
Well, thank God she didn't have to do anything for show and tell. You know.
What did your dad do at the weekends?
Here's what yeah, exactly. All of a sudden there's a knock on the door and it's social services. We've been called to make some sort of intervention because of a story we heard. Oh Christ, look at those inters for Sammy. Really,
he's held on so well. How the hell is he still 14 seconds ahead? That's extraordinary.
And he's timed it brilliantly because he's just about to be dry on fuel as well.
Wonderful stuff.
Can we flick to Bigoli and see his radar? See if there's anything
9,
on the horizon.
Maybe. No. 11. Ooh.
Where's that? Looks like a little.
No, that's gone past.
No, that's gone past.
Is it going the other way? Yeah. Okay. So it's looking good now.
A little patch. Oh, yellow flags. Who's had a wobble?
Stacked it. Well, it doesn't look that bad. Everyone's pointing in the right direction.
Dan is now got the hammer down. 0.3 of a second off that fastest lap now.
So Stowmarket they'll be going wild in the streets of Stowmarket. Their boy has come back from a catastrophic start and is now leading the race. I don't think many will be in work tomorrow. There'll be a big party tonight if Dan pulls this off. 10 seconds ahead of Sherlock. He's riding the curbs. He's on inters. Oh, no wonder he's riding the curbs. Okay. Yeah, those inters aren't.
Do you think Dan is listening to the stream whilst he's racing? Or do you know if he listens to the stream whilst he's racing?
I would absolutely doubt that massively. He doesn't like being on chat.
That's true. That's true.
So, you know.
Well, again, I just wondered. Ever since we was talking about you having to paint those gonads, suddenly those times have just gone woof. He's got that incentive.
Hang on, let's watch him for a sec. Splatter, have you seen Dan's Facebook profile? His missus is really fit. What's she doing with him?
Yeah. I don't like to judge people, but seriously, yeah.
He's punching. He's really punching. No, I can think we can confirm that Dan is actually not watching the stream.
No,
or
Dan is
either that,
concentrating.
or he's on autopilot and he's now jumped in his car and he's driving down to Hampshire to punch my face in. one of the two.
No, he's going to be taking those gonads off and slapping them in your face like some sort of...
He's going to be choking me with
dueling
them.
gesture.
He's going to be shoving his gonads down my throat.
How dare you, sir? Yes. I challenge you to a duel.
I pick my golden gonads. Oh dear. Okay, right. So Dan is away. So that's enough of that. Sheer luck. God, they've still got 21 laps to go. God, you know, it's one of those races. Sometimes the races, I think, God, we've only got 10 laps to go. Where did that time go? And I'm thinking, God almighty, how long have we been watching this? I guess that's the rain. Damn you, Mother Nature.
There's still a lot of racing to be done here.
Well, we're 2 laps off half race distance, so anything could frankly happen. And as we've seen, I mean, Dan's got a 14.5-second lead, but he clearly doesn't like the rain.
I have a suspicion.
Didn't do well in the rain, anyway.
I think where we've done this weather setting before, it's tended to be you've had rain at sort of one period, and then that's been it. So I've got a feeling it's going to remain dry for the remainder.
No, I want it to rain again.
But I kind of hope I'm wrong. I do. I hope I'm wrong. I want to see some rain like 5 laps before the end.
That bright yellow stuff, absolutely chucking it down for about 2 minutes. That'd be great. Okay, so Darlow Boy's just putting his fastest lap of the race, 1:32.3.
Has quietly moved up the field because I'm assuming he must have started at the back because he came into the lobby late.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why
case,
I missed him. But
top work.
Indeed. So you've got Devlin on Inters. Bigoli. Let's check the weather radar. Oh, he doesn't even really try, does he? Okay.
Well, he's on soft, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, Bigoli, you could have got through there, surely. Although, again, he's going to have to go to the wet, so he's going to be taking it easy. He's still very damp off the dry line.
Look at that. He's still squirming away from the wet patch. But, hey, we all do that. Viva España.
The gags just write themselves, don't
they? I love wet races. They're the best. I turn into Sid James.
Matron. That was the worst Kenneth Williams impression ever, I do admit that.
Yeah. You don't get many of those to the pound. So, new boy, Viva, not so new boy, Viva España in 9th on his Inters.
España.
Yeah, who's Inters?
Has he pitted yet?
He must have done.
Surely.
He must have done, and he's going to need to again soon. Sammy back down, now out on the softs with Viney for company, who's on the mediums.
Oh, that's an
interesting choice.
So he's banking on the fact that the track is not actually overall drying. I mean, having said that, it's literally bone dry now on the dry line. But the rest of the track is not drying that much. So is he just banking on a bit of consistency on the mediums, just to give him a bit of a...
I don't know, but he had to go onto the wet line there, which must have compromised his speed because. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's still ahead, and he's on the wet now.
So you're gonna throw it back up the inside.
Fantastic racing from these two. Sammy just breaks a little bit late.
Nicely held, Viney.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
Is he short shifting? Yeah, he is. I wonder if he's gambling on this lasting the rest of the race. I've never seen anyone short shift. He is. So he's put on mediums. He's hoping it's not going to rain again and that he's not going to have to pit again. Well, this would be absolutely extraordinary if it plays out.
Good spot.
Okay. Back in the good old days. Bold move, Cotton. Let's hope it plays out for you. That would be extraordinary. Right, hang on. Where's Bigoli? Was he 5th? No, 7th. Wrong. Still nothing showing on the weather radar. Could this be one of the greatest calls we've ever seen? Dan is now 16 ahead. He's just lapped Orca.
How far back though is Viney? Is Viney going to be more than the pit window behind?
That's a very good point.
Because if it's more than the pit window behind, those mediums might not really pay off.
Well, yeah, okay, he's a minute back, but maybe he's not focusing on the win. He's focusing on a finish.
The position, yep.
Because where's Cassini? He's only 23 seconds behind Cassini, so that's a pit stop for sure. This pit stop, if you're taking tyres and fuel, this pit stop's definitely longer than 24 seconds. So, what am I talking about? That's how far he is behind Dan. Idiot. So that's about, well, I don't know, that could still be close.
More yellows.
I can't see anyone pointing in the wrong direction. Okay. But, there's a weather band moving in from the bottom right of the weather radar there, and it does look like it may hit, but it looks pretty light for now.
It's getting a shifty on though.
That's 50 miles. It must be travelling at like 100 miles an hour. If it's done that in like 4 seconds. You do the maths on that,
Rob. There's passenger jets up there going, what the hell's going on? I'm being overtaken by the rain.
Did you see those clouds just flew past me like I was standing still?
I think it looks like it's just going to skirt past at the moment.
Indeed. Okay. Well, let's. Right. Who should we go to? Let's have a look. Cassini. Who's on the mediums as well? I wonder if he's. No, he hasn't. He's got no fuel to do the same gamble as Viney, but.
Just under half a tank.
And he'll be loving life because he's just lapped his mate Orca. Sherlock still on the inters. Good luck catching the Viper in a straight line. Oh, Orca lets it. What a beautiful bit of driving that was from Orca there. Absolutely stunning. Under the blue flag. Puts it around the outside of turn 1 so Sherlock can go through. Orca, I applaud you. That was wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Beautiful stuff.
So, Devlin's in the pits. What's he going to move on to?
Yeah, interesting. Let's have a look. Well, okay. It doesn't look like there's a lot there, to be fair. So I think stick on the slicks.
At the moment, at the moment you're fine on slicks. There's a couple of darker patches, but it's not going enough to really make much difference, I think.
Yeah, even if you have to take it easy for a bit. But it doesn't look like, unless there's another band coming, so we're over half race distance now, just. Murdoch and Viney having a bit of a ding-dong. Coming through turn 2 proper. And Scarlet moves over, gets out of the way. Lovely stuff, Scarlet. So Murdoch's doing a lot better.
Someone's gone off.
Okay, yeah. That's just through Kylie Minogue's knickers as well.
Oh, yeah, and they're off again. Well into Kylie's knickers.
Was spinning around in Kylie's knickers.
Oh, boom!
Mic drop. I'm out. Okay. I wonder if that was.
Scarlet struggling.
No, I don't think it was. Okay. Scarlet, yeah. it's such a difficult race to get right. I think that there's a lot of luck in this, because I know you look at the weather radar, but you don't know how wet the track's going to be.
No.
So you make your best guess, and
it's definitely it's a gamble, this race. You know, it's gambling on. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Scott doing okay. So Dan is now 22 seconds ahead.
Normal service has been reviewed. Oh God, I can't even talk. Resumed.
Yep, indeed it has.
But he would have enjoyed his little battle amongst the pack at the start.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not so sure.
Oh, I think he would.
I think he likes starting at the front, pulling away, and not having anything to worry about, apart from losing his own sanity for being on his own so much. I mean, yeah, but it was.
But every now and again, a chance
to
mix it with the normies. You know, the less than the alien breed.
Right.
Must be enjoyable.
Well, I'll ask him that very question in the driver interviews. So. Oh dear. Anyway, so 22 seconds ahead of Nicky, who is nearly done on his softs and will have to. Well, no, he's got a few laps left. Be keeping an eye on the weather radar.
Again, it's been struggling for consistency. It's 131s and 32, a 35, 33.
Yeah, look, he's giving up smoking, the poor chap. So, and he's going cold turkey by all accounts. So his mind is not going to be necessarily where he wants it to be. So, Vicky, we're all with you, bud. As I said, if you are struggling and are thinking of firing up one of the old cancer sticks, just give us a shout and we'll talk you out of it. So you're doing brilliantly tonight, mate, at your home race. So beautiful stuff.
Just remind yourself how much money you'll be saving. That's the thing that stopped me smoking. Was just seeing the cost of the damn things.
Oh, they're ridiculous now, aren't they? They need like
20
quid,
like 20 quid a pack.
Two quid each or something.
Yeah.
Or no, quid each. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how people do it.
I mean, having said that, I'm a bit of a hypocrite, because I mean, if you replace cigarettes with Haribo, then I'm just as bad. I'm a 20 a day man for one of those.
Well, yeah, but your Haribo don't cost a quid each, do they?
No.
Unless you're saying 20 bags a day, which I hope not.
Well, it does make me laugh. You look at a bag and it says share size. I'm not going to share that with anybody. It's bloody ridiculous.
Well, that's like the share bags and crisps, isn't it? Like, yeah, right. Yeah. It always makes me laugh when you buy ready meals, which I occasionally do if I'm feeling particularly lazy and in a rush. And like, serves two. I'm like, will it fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
It's barely going to serve me.
Yeah.
Back in your box, you bloody whatevers. How beautiful. Don't say that.
It's the portion police, that's what it is.
Portion police. That's the phrase I was after. So, Donny Boy, 90 behind Cassini.
Oh,
from his start at the back.
Guys.
That ain't bad. Okay, with Begoli, the weatherman for this evening, for which we are truly thankful, and nothing is on the radar. So, I really hope a really heavy storm comes in about 5 laps from the end.
Yeah.
That's just me being one of those. But it's great drive.
And I would say thank you for the fact that this is a no pit window, no mandatory tyre strategy race, because it means it's much less for me to try and concentrate on. So I've struggled over recent weeks to pay attention to anything you say in that regard.
Well, yeah, I think that's fine, mate. Honestly, I spout shit. I have very little idea what I'm talking about. Someone spun. Who's this? Because he's just coming past them, or will be coming past them shortly. Is that Darley Boy? No, Viva España, unfortunately. Talking of whom, let's get down the. So Viney in 6th. Sheerluck 7th, now out on softs. Ginger Ninja in 8th, also on softs. 149 subscribers. Wonderful. So Ginger Ninja, let's get on chase cam.
Just 100 to go before the glorious day will arrive.
What did I say I'd do on... Did I say I'd do something on 200? I can't remember now. Oh, my Scruffy Garb top. No, Scruffy Garb. Oh yeah, 250 and then 500.
Oh, 500
with my hat on and nothing else. And a very well positioned camera.
Please can we get a reaction from your good lady on that one as well?
She'll film it.
Particularly one which
she'll hold
trying
the camera,
to explain it to her,
making me look like a complete tit in front of the world. She'd love that. God, no, this is it. This is the exact chance I've been looking for.
This is my pathway to glory.
So Sammy, 1.6 behind Ginger Ninja. Lovely stuff on his softs. Definitely has another stop to go. Murdoch, who looks like his mediums are doing lovely. Didn't put an awful lot of fuel in. Is he expecting rain? Devlin in the AMG has stopped fairly recently by the look of it. Kobayashi Maru, oh, just in bad luck. Yeah, he hit the wet patch there for sure. And Viva Espana, these two are having a bit of a tussle for 12th and 13th. Dan is in. Oh God, they both just pinned it. Oh, this is a battle of attrition between these two. Viney and who's that? Bigoli go through in 5th and 6th. What's Dan coming out on?
Oh dear.
Justin
really struggling on the softs now. They want to buggery.
Well, what's Dan come out on? Softs with 11 laps to go. There's no
so he's
way
just going to be praying for no more rain.
Yeah, there's no way Nickies are going the full distance. Right, let's have a quick back look at no case. Nothing on the weather radar on Bigoli's weather service. Cassini is in and just coming out. Everyone's got the memo or not revving it out of the pits, but look at it. Viney's up into 3rd. No, he's never going to get 10
he's heading for a podium.
Well, he's never going to get 10 laps out of those.
Oh, true, yeah.
That fuel. With the tyres are fine, but oh, that's a shame. Because I don't think he filled up. This has been a great race. This has been so back and forwards in terms of
it's been hard to keep track of where's
exactly. Cassini has just stopped. Bigoli is yet to stop, but will need to.
Oh, there's some rain on the way. I just saw a little turtle head poking out of the radar.
Oh my goodness! Look at this.
And it's heading straight for them. Have you secretly been doing your rain dance? Oh, Viney.
Viney went wide, Bigoli went past him. Yeah. Hey, yeah, hey,
right.
Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah.
I said rain dance, not racist dance.
Well, just that the only stuff I remember from westerns when I was growing up and stuff. The Native Americans were epic.
It's not looking like it's going to be.
There's not enough yellow. There's not enough yellow in it for my liking. Oh God! Just imagine if a huge clump of yellow appears.
Yeah.
Nicky will be going.
Even the green stuff would be enough, because I mean that literally the track is soaked within seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Ooh.
At the moment, it's going to be the rain that's the low-level drizzle that's not really going to affect things too much.
Okay, anyway, let's stop watching this riveting coverage for our viewer watching the weather radar. Hang on, how far's Dan off of? Only 10 seconds back now. So Nicky is definitely praying for rain, but he's got to stop, surely. Look at how much fuel he's got left. There's nothing. He's got to stop on this lap.
They'll both be watching that radar like a hawk. He's on a, yeah, you're right, he can't even stretch. He
can't stretch that anywhere, now. So he's got
What's
to come
he going to gamble on?
What's he going to gamble on, indeed? It's going past.
But there's
Bigoli's off. Gone. No.
There is a darker patch that might
it's all going left, isn't it? Oh God, Bigoli, what's happened to him? Oh, he's on the wet. Of course he is. Traction control 5, mate. Into the pits.
Oh no, it's not.
He's gone past the pits. He's gone past the pits. Oh God. Well, this is utterly tragic for Bigoli. He was in 4th 20 seconds ago. Utterly tragic. And he's been
that rain is. That rain is going past. It's not hitting.
Boo! Damn you, Mother Nature.
Okay. Dan obviously was in communication with his alien overlords who are orbiting the Earth with their weather satellites. Asked them to move the clouds a bit to the left.
He's in league with Satan, I swear.
And just to prove the point, he has just done the fastest lap of the race at 1:30.6.
Yeah. Let's watch Nicky in the pits. Okay, so these two are miles ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, that track is now
bone dry.
Bone dry. Drier than my knickers. Sorry, that's not a very nice thought for our viewer.
Christ alive. Well, I suppose it's better than damp knickers. Cassini and Bird.
Should we just move on from all discussions of knickers for the rest of the commentary?
Yeah,
I think we've probably
let's do that.
Done that to death.
So Ginger Ninja in 4th, 5.3 seconds behind Cassini. And they are on... Yeah, Ginger Ninja's on slightly more worn softs, but great drive from Simon this evening. Absolutely beautiful.
I think the same can be said for Darlow, boy.
Well, yes, I imagine he must be pretty pleased with this, to be fair.
I'm not sure I approve of that fuchsia pink livery colour, but...
You know what?
Oh, you like it, don't you?
I was about to say, that's fuchsia, isn't it?
Well, there you go.
Good grief.
Did we say we're in sync?
Blind squirrel. Well, no, my eyes could actually recognise it is the most amazing thing. Sherlock in 6th, who is on the racing softs. Lovely stuff. 2.3 behind Darley boys. 2.3 seems to be a popular distance between the chaps this evening. Sammy in 7th on brand new softs. And wearing his newly adorned GenX certified driver moniker with pride. He's throwing down and having one of his best finishes. So beautiful stuff there, Sammy or Ian or just Heather or whatever you care to go by. I wish these guys just pick a bloody name and stick to it. Absolutely do it by fucking Sweden. Devlin in 8th, who's desperately trying to get on the back of Sammy coming down the back straight.
I think he's going to struggle. He's got
Kylie Minogue's knickers.
Very worn tyres, and I mean Sammy is going to be just looking to consolidate that 7th place now. He's got too much work to do to get up nearer to 6th.
So Viney's just done his fastest lap of the race by about 1.4 seconds. These three line astern. Viney's in the tow. Is he going to send it? Oh, that was close. Blimey. Great racing between these two. Although Devlin gets a bit of a wriggle.
Coming out the corner.
Viney's... Look at that Alpha go.
Yeah. Inside line for the next corner. Just needs to hold it nicely.
Beautiful stuff, Viney. Absolutely wonderful. Lovely. And he's away. As you rightly say, Rob, on the better tyre. But lovely stuff from Adam there. Check in with the weatherman. It's Booooo. Back down in 10th, sadly, after losing about, oh Christ, at least half a dozen places when he went off onto the wet stuff.
Do you remember Michael Fish back in '87 saying there wasn't going to be a hurricane? His famous faux pas.
Was it 87 or 89? Was it 87?
87, I thought it was 87.
Well, funny you should say that. So I was at we went to the motor show at Earl's Court in 1990. I went with a bunch of my uni mates, and he was doing a, it's just when they started doing green screen and stuff.
All right, yeah.
And he was doing a show, and there was like hundreds of people there and stuff. And he said, "Oh, we'll get someone up to do this in a minute." I didn't know, but my mates were pointing above my head when he said that. I ended up getting dragged on stage. I did a weather forecast with Michael Fish and tweaked his moustache. So how about that?
As far as claims to fame go, that's not bad. That's not bad. I was touched on the knee by Robert Kilroy Silk. That's about as much as I can claim.
Are you going to share, or are you going to shout?
This was before like Operation Newtree. It wasn't that kind of touching on the knee.
Did he share you or shaft you? That's what I want to know.
I had the privilege of appearing on that. It was the Sensible Jeremy Kyle show. That one of those.
Well,
that debate
you were one
show.
Of the guests.
I was one of the guests. Yes. Yes, back in my youth.
Oh God, Jeremy Kyle. Oh my God.
Mm.
That's one of my favourite shows ever. They did my favourite tagline ever from the show was, "Did you poo in your auntie's fridge?" Just, you couldn't make it up. It was when I was on gardening leave, and I just happened to get out and watched it every morning. I absolutely loved it. You just got all these absolutely hideous people. And oh my God, I was absolutely roaring with laughter.
You just have to assume there was some sort of holding pen for all these people somewhere in the the Essex wilderness or something, and they just like occasionally just bring them out. It's time for you now.
Well, it was always people from like Hull,
or
Western Supermare, or just places which they're just made to sound absolutely ghastly. But oh my God, I loved that program.
I'm sleeping with my nephew's brother's uncle's wife's cousin,
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I've had 16 kids with 20 different men. Work that out. God, I just love that program. Anyway, Shearluck throwing at him to the inside. Oh, Darley boy. Oh, but Darley boy's getting the cutback.
Second back.
Yes, he is indeed. Look at this.
Very smoothly done. And that is, fair play to both of them to do that at turn one.
Yep.
That's very well played.
Beautiful stuff. We've got a race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Or gentlemen and gentlemen, more likely. But fabulous stuff. Well, Darley boy, yeah, that was, wow. Let him go through, did the cutback, wallop. Accelerated through the apex. Beautiful stuff. See how Ginger's getting on? Yeah, all good. Soft's looking good. Definitely enough fuel to last the rest of the race. Sammy now in a bit of his own space, so he could just concentrate on putting his laps in and finishing 7th. Lovely stuff. And Devlin in 8th. Hang on, what happened to Viney? Didn't we see him overtake Devlin a minute ago? Oh, he went off, didn't he, into Danny Minogue's knickers.
149.
Danny Minogue's knickers, not Kylie Minogue's knickers. Bad luck, Viney. There's a little bit of rain poking out there, but I don't think anything to worry about. The way
we've only got a couple of laps
left rain has gone, that's going to go left, so nothing for us to worry about.
So we've got Kylie Minogue's knickers, we've got Danny Minogue's knickers. Margot Robbie's birthday suit.
Can't we have Margot Robbie's knickers? Just keep it consistent.
I would have thought you preferred to see her in a birthday suit. I love the Wolf of Wall Street.
God, don't. Yeah. Okay, Rob's going to take over comms for the rest of the race, so I'm just going to go and have a moment.
Oh, sorry. Is that all it takes?
She looks so hot in that film.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially with the 80s garb as well.
Well, I was thinking more when she only had stockings on. That was the particular scene I was thinking about. But anyway,
that was definitely her breakout role, in all senses of the word. Oh, yellow flags. Who's in the wrong direction? Nobody.
Just a little bit of an off somewhere. So Murdoch is desperately
the artist formerly known as.
Oh Christ! Hang on. Oh, I thought he was putting up. I could see you there trying to unlap himself. That would be because that Ford GT is quick, but the GenX is no slouch. So bad luck. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Viva España, who's curb riding, despite being on mediums, the lunatic.
You may wish to switch to Mr. East, because I think he's going to be coming around to do his.
Yeah, I suppose you better have.
And just a good measure, he's going purple on the last lap.
He's miles away from the finish. What are you talking about? Okay, so Kobayashi Maru back in 13th, sadly. Who's now on his final lap. As is Scarlet, as is Orca. Someone's facing the wrong way. And having an absolute nightmare by the look of it. Hang on, let's follow down round. He's coming just into Danny Minogue's knickers.
Well, for a moment it looked like he was going to be the cat amongst the pigeons, as it were. But, normal service resumed.
Had everything crossed, frankly.
Great drive.
It did no bloody good at all. Well done, Dad. Super drive, mate.
Brilliant stuff.
Nicky, just coming into Danny Minogue's knickers.
Of course, you know what this means, Mark, don't you?
That sounded terrible. Okay. What?
It means that you still may well be. The go-now's are still on.
I'm going to send. I think I'm going to send. I'm going to get in contact with Mrs. East on Facebook and say, look, I'll give you 200 quid. just say you've booked something on a Thursday night and you can't get out of it. Obviously, Nikki in second, beautiful stuff. I just say, look, just say, you'll be absolutely devastated if he doesn't go out. You won't
forgive
him or anything. Something along those lines. I might end up doing that, but don't tell him, of course. Ruin the surprise. Cassini coming through to third. Beautiful stuff. And Murdoch in 10th. Shearluck in 4th, who started quite well down the field, so he's done a great job fighting his way through. Well done, Chris. Dolly Boy, who I think started at the back, so an epic comeback. Ginger Ninja, great drive all night, Simon. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Well done, sir. So is that everyone done? Should be.
And that's your lot.
That's your lot. Okay. So, Generation X Racing, our Group 3 100 Mile Challenge, Season 14, Round 6. And in first, you can't keep a good man down. It's Dan East in the BMW M6. He was down in 6th at one point, but strategized brilliantly. And with the fastest lap of the race in the BMW M6 at 1:30.4. Well done, Dan. In second, it's Nicky. Thank you, Ian, for that explanation. Lovely stuff. In second, it's Nicky at his home race in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage with a best lap of 1:30.6. Well done, Nicky. In third, it's Cassini. I don't know if that's his first podium or not, but beautiful stuff in the Genesis X. Congratulations, mate. 1:31.7. In fourth, Shilak in the AMG at 1:31.6. In fifth, Darley Boy in the GTR at 1:30.5. Look at the car. Look. 0.15 off the fastest lap. Well done, Darley Boy. In sixth is Ginger Ninja in the McLaren 650S. 1:31.9. In seventh, it's Samian. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. In the Porsche 911. 1:32.7. Well done, mate, and congratulations on your certified driver status. In eighth, Devlin Nightmare in the Mercedes AMG at 1:34.1. In ninth is Pagoli, our weatherman this evening, and thank you so much for that. I'm sure it was probably a fluke, but never mind. The Genesis X at 1:33.0. In 10th, it's Murdoch in the Ford GT at 1:31.6. In 11th, it's Viney, who have very, very much had an up and down race this evening, and bad luck with that, Viney. In the Alfa Romeo 4C at 1:31.8. In 12th, it's Viva España in the Ferrari 458 at 1:33.6. In 13th is Kobayashi Maru, who took a ballsy call to whack slicks on at the start. Nearly paid off, but then it started chucking down with the rain, so bad luck, Justin. The McLaren 650S at 1:32.5. In 14th, it's Orca in the Viper at 1:32.7. And in 15th, it's Scarlett in the Lexus RCF at 1:33.1. Well done, all. Is Justin hosting tonight? Do you
know? I'm not sure. I mean, you're controlling the screen, mate. You should be able to tell. If you go back to the lobby menu.
2 secs. I just do my usual.
He is, yes.
Okay, good. Well, that was a waste of time then. Lovely. Okay. Right. Are you joining chats as well?
I mean, I still can't change my online status. It's weird. So, is there a chat available? Because I don't know who's in it, but I can join it and just see who is in it.
Yeah. So one's just started. So Darlo Boys started it. All right, I'm going to jump out of this one, mate. If you join,
okay,
please
I
do.
Will try and join.
Otherwise,
we'll see,
I'll catch you whenever. Nice one. Bye.
Really much faster, to be honest.
Hello.
I can't complain too much.
Hello.
Well, that took a while to get in. So sorry about that, but interesting race this evening. We were quite excited at one point that when Dan was down in 6th that he might not actually win. But let's start with the man who did win the race. Dan, your strategy's played out beautifully. Were you worried at all?
Yes, very.
Yeah. Good.
I could have done my qualifying a bit better, obviously. I totally messed that up. I sort of looked at I had a feeling softs might be the right tyre, but I didn't want to take the risk. I just played it safe, went on the intermediates, and it was obviously the wrong choice. But and it kind of messed up the start of the race a bit too. But to be honest with you, I couldn't keep up at the start, not on the intermediates. I just couldn't do it. Nicky was pulling away. So that was why I think I probably came in quite early for the softs. But I just wanted to get them on, basically, and just see if I could get an undercut on some people. I wouldn't really know if it was going to work, but it turns out that it worked really, really well. So
yes,
quite glad I did it. Yeah, but that was a very tricky race. I really thought I'd be lucky to sort of finish fifth, to be honest, after the first 5 laps or so. I just thought, this is terrible.
Well, to be honest,
I did have worked in the end. So.
Yeah, I did have my Native American headdress tomahawk, and I was dancing around my lounge, praying to the rain gods towards the end. Just to make it a bit closer.
There were a couple of times where on the radar it looked like it might happen as well.
Towards the end there was a window that it could win again.
It kept
about 2 laps after I did my last stop.
Started to fuel save because I thought I'm gonna stay out as long as I could, so maybe could
just in case
catch you off guard, because at that point we were already back on softs again, so I did a second stop, but unfortunately it didn't really happen.
No.
Sorry, go on, Dan.
Well, so I was just going to say, before you go on to the next person, I just wanted to say really well done to Nicky and Ginger and to Justin as well, who did really, really well. And all 3 of them were pulling away from me at the start of the race, and that doesn't happen very often, so well done. That sounds a little bit arrogant now I'm listening to myself say it, but
I blame Winch and Justin, because I think they looked me into the false sense that I was driving away at the start, and then all of a sudden after the pit stops you were behind me, man.
Yeah, but it was only because I think you'd stayed on the inters too long, and I was on the softs and just
the thing is, I wanted to wait to spin out at the pit exit when the pit too early because it's so wet there.
It was pretty sketchy. Yeah, it was. It was like crawling out of the pits as well on auto drive. It might as well have parked on the side. It was just pathetic.
Everyone seemed to get the memo about the pit exit tonight, though, which was good to see. It was
be careful.
Traction control on 5 and just feather it out. Otherwise you're going to come across.
I didn't get the memo when entering the pits and nearly fucked it up completely.
Okay, well, look, Dan, congratulations, mate.
Cheers,
I'm sad to say the Golden Gonads are still on, so we'll see how that goes. Moving on to Nicky. Good evening, sir.
Well done, Dan.
How you doing, mate?
Thank you.
How you doing, mate? Decent race tonight? Decent race?
Yeah. I think I made one mistake, which was enough to get... which gave Dan the room to just disappear for those 60 minutes, to be honest. But I think I just stayed on the inter tires too long, and then made a mistake already on the soft tires early on, which could have ended a lot worse than it already did. But of course, I hope that the race could fall back into my favor, which it didn't. But I can't complain too much. Pole and P2.
Didn't have.
Yeah, well, we were saying that it was all, if you nailed the strategy, which Dan clearly did. No one else really did.
It's mostly about just nailing the strategy and keeping it on the black stuff, as they like to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well done, mate. P2 at your home
also,
race.
Before I go ahead, I just wanted to say really appreciate all the people who messaged me the last couple of days.
Hey, mate. You're welcome, dude.
I think it says a lot about the kind of people who really immediately catch that something is not right when they just park the car in the pit. So yeah, I really appreciate it.
Hey man, that's what this league is all about. It's the racing is almost secondary, to be fair. It's all about the community that Justin's created. So we're a brotherhood.
Absolutely.
We're a brotherhood. So yeah, as I say, if you need if you're crumbling or whatever, and you need some support or whatever, just reach out to anyone. We'll be there, bud, for sure. And good luck.
Thanks,
Good luck
guys.
over
Really
the next few
appreciate it.
weeks.
I'm not wanking him off though.
You'll need a bloody long arm from Manchester, Mr. Tickle.
Well done, Nicky.
Yeah, well done, Nicky indeed. Right, Cassini.
Hello.
Podium finish. Is that your highest? Is that your highest finish with us?
It is, mate.
Brilliant.
Yes.
And it must have been even sweeter when you lapped your bro Orca.
Not at all. No. I was gutted for him. But yeah, he's better than that.
Well, yeah, the car was going to struggle in those conditions.
Well, there is that. He will pick that piece of shite, so it's up to him, innit?
Yeah, don't feel too bad for him. But great drive tonight, mate. Absolutely superb.
Thank you.
In the Duracell Bunny.
It. Yeah, got qualifying wrong. Went out on intermediates, then realised it should have been softs, and by the time I got on softs, the rain had come.
Yeah.
So, but got the race right. I got lucky. Thought I'd go on intermediates first, which I think was the right call. I know it was a bit slow at the beginning. But yeah, the race then just determined by the fuel really, and I got lucky that it didn't rain again. So I had a good battle with Viney and Sheer Luck early doors. We had a bit of door rubbing. I hope they're okay with it. But yeah, it was a good battle. I enjoyed it.
Excellent stuff, mate. Congratulations on your podium.
Thank you.
Well done, sir.
On my Joker as well.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Well done, you. Great stuff.
You.
Great stuff. Double points then. Double points. Lovely.
Lovely.
Sheerluck. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Rotten quali for you tonight, but you fought back very well.
Yeah, that car is horrible around there.
Okay. Okay. So go and crack on.
Yeah, everybody's just pulling away from me, and I was really struggling. So I went too long on the inters because I didn't want to risk the
no, that's fair enough.
the pit exit. So
yeah, but brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
A good fight back, mate.
Thought I'll take
back.
fourth. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Onwards and upwards and all that. Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Now I won't skip over him this week, even though I could do just to piss him off. But Ginger Ninja, great drive this evening.
You can't piss me off more than I already done, mate. I'll tell you now.
Fantastic. Well, great finish, mate. Pretty good race all round, I'd have thought. How'd it go?
Bag of shit.
Okay.
but not due to my fucking driving, we'll put it that way.
Okay.
There's a steward's reviewing, and that's all I'm fucking saying because I'm disgusted tonight.
Okay, mate. All right. Okay,
I'll
mate.
leave it at that.
We'll leave that right there. Yeah, no problems, mate. No problem at all. We'll leave that right there, and the stewards review will be picked up in short order. So who else have we got? Sorry, I'm just doing my usual anti-Alzheimer's thing of scrolling through the screenshots I've taken. Murdoch! Quit your jibber jabber!
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
I was just watching that replay for that first lap. As I went from 9th up to 4th.
Yes, we saw that.
Yeah. And I did that without traction control. I didn't realise that until I got round to the first quarter of the second lap and went, whee!
Okay, so the first one was a fluke then, was it? Is that what you're saying?
I think I got off the line faster without the traction control, to be fair.
Okay.
But then, I picked some lines and I managed to get ahead. And this is going to be a great race. And then I was facing the wall and I was just like, oh man.
Yeah, it's so easy.
I had a great laugh playing
Good
catch up.
stuff.
So yeah,
Good stuff, mate. Great finish. I mean, those Group 3 cars are an absolute bloody nightmare in the rain, in the wet, for sure. So, and can we just? ask if you're planning on changing your name again this week?
No. This is it.
No, you're all right now,
This
Murdoch.
is me and
Okay.
JJ were having a bit of a conversation, and he messaged me. And he went, Murdoch, I think GenX Murdoch would be wicked.
Okay.
You know, and I went, it's very tempting. And he went, go on, I'll even pay for the thingy, you know,
Okay.
the change of the name. And I went, okay, since you put it like that, fine, I'll do it.
Okay, fantastic. Well done, mate. Well done, Murdoch. And yeah, beautiful stuff. Right. Who we got left?
I'm here, sat quietly in the corner.
Yeah, we'll get to you, Walker. I knew you were bloody there. Back in your fucking box.
I'm just saying.
I knew that. Well, we have for the first time on chat. We have Viva España. Are you there, my friend? You're on mute. Okay, so clearly not. Oh God, Orca then.
Evening, Mark.
Hello, mate. That Viper, yeah, and the wet doesn't really compute, does it?
Don't. You know what? At the start of the race, I was having a really good race, and I was up near the front, and I was the first one to dive in to get onto wets from slicks. And in my excitement, I got in the pits and pressed softs. And so I came out, and it was absolutely pissing down. And every time I tried to, and I went off the track, the whole field lapped me.
I think we caught that actually, as luck would have it, because I was like, "What's he doing?" And but
okay, there's no back button, is there? So that's a
no.
So
there
from there
be.
it was, it was an absolute slog. But I slogged, and on the very last lap, I passed Pascal, so I didn't finish last.
Well, fantastic, and that's no more than you deserve, mate. That was for the slog you put in.
It was a slog, yeah.
Okay, but you kind of had fun nevertheless.
Thanks, I'm glad I wasn't the person. Yeah, it was still really good fun. I'm glad I wasn't the person that's tangled with Ginger. So
yes,
I look forward to stewing in that.
Yes,
in the morning.
Indeed,
excuse me.
Indeed. Well, let's not comment on that and move swiftly on. But thank you, Walker, for your participation this evening. Lovely stuff. And Splatter.
Yes, hello.
Thanks so much for your company this evening and well, I was going to say double entendres, but they weren't double entendres really. It was just pure filth you were spouting most of the evening. So
well, we did spend most of the stream talking about knickers, so yeah.
Knickers and moist and damp. So yes, thank you so much, mate. What was your highlight from this evening?
Welcome. Apart from the knickers?
Yeah, let's
I'll give a shout out to Darlo Boy. I think coming right from the back to finish fifth was mightily impressive.
Okay, mate. Good stuff.
Yeah, that was actually.
Indeed.
Yeah, hi, Mark.
Are you there? Oh, you weren't showing up on... Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, mate. I didn't even see you on the...
It's my freaking party.
I didn't even... Oh, yeah. It says that at the top, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, so yes, Andy, we've left the best till last. How did that go this evening?
Not as well as I wanted it to, but not too bad. Can't really complain going from 15th up to 5th, can I?
No, indeed. So that's
at one point I did have the fastest lap for half a lap.
Yeah, well, that Dan East just ruins everything for everyone, doesn't he? He's a swine.
Well, I'm sat now. Honestly, I was absolutely chuffed. I'm sat there and I'm thinking, I've got him. And then
no, I haven't. But
it was only by a tiny bit that I got it there, I think.
Yeah, it was like 100th of a second, I think it was.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't feel too bad about it. Then. Bloody hell.
Well, I'll be honest with you. To be honest, I've done no practice, and like. I don't even know how I got where I did, but I'm just glad I did.
I think it's a difficult race to practice for, though, isn't it? Because every time you put RA4 on, practice, either you set up a race or a lobby or something, it seems to be different every bloody time. So you just got to react to it when it happens. So, yeah, well done, mate, and yeah, fantastic race. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, look, thank you so much to the drivers for the entertainment this evening. It's been an absolute hoot. I do love these wet dry races. They do bring out.
Just it sounded like it.
Sounded like it.
Jesus H Christ! Just when you think. Just when you think. You've got a keeper there, mate.
Hello to YouTube, love. You just started live on YouTube. Go on, say hello.
Hey, mate. Tell her she's a belter. My kind of girl.
Oh, this is a belter. This kind of girl.
In fact, yeah, she could. I'll put this on Facebook. Could she do that every week? We might attract certain fetish groups who will subscribe. So, I'm not saying we cheat, but we can be had. So.
Fetish groups.
Anyway, thank you to Joyce for the entertainment. Thank you to Mrs. Ginger Ninja for the.
Yeah, she cheered me up just then.
Your whole demeanour appears to have changed. So yes, excellent stuff. But thanks everyone for this evening. Thank you, Splatter, for the company and filth you were spouting on the stream. And yeah, we will thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. We've got a good number of people watching, up to 11 I think at one point this evening, so fabulous. 7 likes. Please do like and subscribe if you are watching this on a replay, and I'll tell you what, we will see you at the next one. Well done all. Saturday. Oh Christ, yes, of course.
Yeah, come on.
2 things. Justin's going to bloody kill me. We've got our first race in the Community Team Cup. Yeah, thank you. Thank God for that. Orca's my care in the community. On Saturday, we have our first race in the Community Team Cup, which for some unfathomable reason Justin has entered us in. We're racing some unbelievable teams, so come and see us get duffed up. It's 8 o'clock on Saturday evening. We're at Watkins Glen in the Honda NSX GT500 08, and yes, and then I don't know where we are next week, but anyway, it should be a hoot.
Brands Hatch.
Yeah, it's car changing it.
Okay, fabulous. Yep. And just to say,
Brian said, you have to fill in a race 5 times a week on that track.
Well, it's the same for Red Bull Ring, isn't it? It seems exactly the same. But
no comment.
Oh, no. Yes, you don't mind that. You don't mind that, do you, Austrian?
No.
And just to say, for any ACC players out there, we are having a ACC special event in, I think it's early April or March or something. Anyway, if you go to our YouTube channel, there's a QR code. Please scan that, and you'll be taken through to our Discord server, and you'll get all the details. It's at Silverstone. It's in GT3, so it should be a hoot. And thank God I remembered that. Well done, Orca. Thank God Orca remembered that and told me to remember it. Yeah, okay, brilliant stuff. Thank you all. Good night.
Well done, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Take care.
Yeah,
Take care, guys.